Okay, we are recording. So the goal of this recording simply is just to do hindsight of the week. It's only Thursday, it's still tomorrow, but we're doing hindsight because I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. Also, bunch of L's this week, essentially, 3 L's. It's not bad, in a sense. Quite honestly, it's not bad. But the mentality or the mindset wasn't quite 100%. But anyway, higher time frame to lower time frames, go from the 1 hour, maybe even the 4 hour. Because I do plan on posting this recording. So hopefully it actually comes out decent. Run of high, bearish, pullback, bullish. Why do I say it like that? It's because I'm lazy, I guess. It's just actually too proper. Overall, when a bearish trend on a high time frame, if you go from the daily, it's significantly more clear. Running lows, we know we've run this target most recently being a few weeks ago, really. But this is the most recent significant target I would suggest. And after this low was run, price was slowing down quite significantly. We did run further targets such as this lows here, but we didn't see necessarily extension. We slowed down. So going back down to the 4 hour, we can see that buy side narrative come into play. Fractal low printed, run with an internal high, strong bullish narrative presenting itself. This is a momentum shift in price. And then we see that buy side liquidity, buy side narrative holds, and we see bullish momentum to the upside running significant highs, solidifying that bullish momentum. So we know overall we want to seek higher prices, so we want to be on the buy narrative of price, and that was my narrative for the week essentially. Go down to 1 hour before we go to the 15. So price was very much bullish, quite strongly running, creating lows, running highs, mitigating at 50%, respecting price and continuing in that bullish trend to the upside, seeking higher prices. So it's quite a solid trend structure to the upside, which is high time frame pullback structure. Going back to the daily, I expect price to go towards the 50% area. Don't expect, but I can be understood that price possibly wants to go 50% based on price, I guess. Well, that's where you can actually expect high quality momentum shifts to present itself. But anyways, low to high, price slows down, we see bearish momentum going down to say the 15. Go 15 here, 1 minute here. On the 15 minute, where's Monday? Monday's here. Monday we start off price very high. We've run the high, meaning what? New intention comes to the market. The intention clearly was bearish, a bearish narrative, and price sees momentum to the downside, running significant lows. New intention, we target lows. What happens after the lows are being run? Accumulation. Where are we? 50%. Price is sort of indecisive, but we leave liquidity for the future essentially within the 50% area. But we're targeting lows, significant lows. We see this low was also quite a significant target. Once this low was run, price saw a momentum shift. Where are we within price inside of a buy side demand order block, a demand area, whatever you want to call it? That could also give that buy narrative to see highs being taken in the future. So we know direction of price. Go to the 1 minute, we go to Monday. Monday did not trade. Why? Was not here. But we do a bit of hindsight on Monday. For Monday. Where is Monday? Yes. this recording's coming out terribly. So clear accumulation of price initiates that shows intention within price before we see a pullback, mitigation, and continuation. That's following the narrative for higher prices. That's in the market in price that was over a year. So for the session, easily we're targeting this high here. But how can that be represented or shown or clearly seen within price before we come to the session? So about 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. we come into the session. 10 a.m. is the open. We can clearly see already from the 15-minute accumulation, intention being presented for buy side, a low being put in, low being liquidity. Seeing that high run again, what does that tell me? Price wants to go higher, but if price doesn't see continuation, I can easily expect this low to be liquidated. But why is that low my target? To see new intention. Exactly. Above every high and low is new intention, is liquidity. This is a low. Price runs a low, new intention. Where are we in that intention? A demand zone. Wow. So what can we target? The high that was created from this low. That's the framework of my strategy. Simple, I think. Well, a lot of people's strategies on this, but it's explained quite differently amongst everything. But everything's the same really. Supply and demand, SMT, ICT. It's just a different perspective. But anyways, accumulation, initiation, mitigation, continuation. What is this in price? This is the internal momentum shift. We have stack lows, run of that low, or liquidation of the low. Liquidation of low is also Asia. Accumulation, initiation, run of internal highs, pullback, mitigation, and continuation. That is a momentum shift in price. This would have been quite fantastic. But definitely would have been a fantastic position to take. But currently, what is my issue in price? The whole concept of seeing a low run before you enter, it can be considered a flaw in a sense. Because you're looking for it here, you expect that same thing to occur on your entry, but it doesn't. Why? Because price has already taken liquidity, and price is fractal. That doesn't necessarily mean price is going to take liquidity again. But what is this low being liquidated? This is also liquidity liquidation. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Accumulation, initiation, price pullback, mitigation, continuation. But we don't see this low liquidate. But if you zoom out, we did liquidate the low. We did see a reason to take new intention. And because of processes like that, you bugger yourself. Simple. But yeah. Well, I mean, you can always get back into price on the entry like that, because I know there were quite a few people that's entered on this accumulation as well. It's the exact same thing, but presented on the lower time frame. Accumulation, resting liquidity, that intention being shown, low being put in, high, price slowing down. This is price first target. This is second target really. Why is this a target? This is the accumulation price because English price contained between a high and a low. Intention being shown in price C is continuation thereafter. But here's the thing, even if you execute here for example, your stop loss is still safe because this is your protected low. This is your accumulation, your range. Your stop loss goes below your low. Easy position to take. And if you're willing to play the high type of narrative, let me grab this setup and just plop it there. you could easily have targeted this high there, 7.8R, easily. It's not hard to necessarily take high R positions. It's not common either, and that's what you need to understand. But okay, that's Monday London session done. New York session. New York session's quite neat as well. And like I said, not like I said, but New York session honestly is quite easy also. Why? Run of high, new intention. Here's the thing. After price runs a high, what can you expect? Run of high, you either want to see or either expect to see accumulation, price reacting and now generating a new narrative, accumulating new orders, or price to retrace back into a demand zone, or supply, depending on what side of the market. Accumulation resulted in this high being liquidated. Price pulls back into that accumulation, gathering new orders in prior orders, resting liquidity, in order to see further continuation. That doesn't happen. Why? Zoom out a bit. That's why. Zoom out and understand what is currently happening. On the opposite side, if this thing will load. Wi-Fi. If you zoom out, we see we're in a supply zone to some extent. We might not be in that narrative to respect the supply zone, but the supply zone will still see some form of reaction to the downside, resulting in that bearish move. And what did I say about new intention above a high? Exactly. And you're in the supply zone. Just following what's happening is fine to delete that. What's happening on the high time frame is your key. Because price is fractal, you just need to be understood on what price is doing and why it's doing it. What is price targeting? I'm not gonna wait for that to load. Going to Tuesday, I effed up. Why? Where are we within price? We're in the middle of price. Because I'm not lazy, I'm just do that. I'm not lazy but smart. We're in the middle of price. What's the issue with the middle? Middle is slaughterhouse, bro. Middle, you expect new attention to be created. That is why you rather play your edges or the narrative of price. Because if price were to respect buy side, it would have occurred here. It's not, meaning price is targeting lows and you're just executing against that. It's just sucky, essentially. And then if you want to pull it into a range structure, liquidation of the range high, then price would want to target the low. So it all works together. But if you apply all of it at the same time, you're going to confuse yourself further. But we know from a higher time frame, we liquidated the high, saw new intention, we have a sell narrative from there, but we're still keeping a buy narrative because we know price is bullish. But what is this in the market? This is a high being created, so now we expect a low being to be created. But what was I was still bullish. Very foolish, quite honestly, very foolish. Because even if price, this was a mitigation at 50%, look at how deep we are from 50%. I expect 50% reaction to be like this, not breaking that level and seeing price dance below it. It's quite foolish, should have been on a sell narrative, was not understood on what's happening on the higher time frame. Simple. Because look at this. This was understood in the session, in the market, in the process. Sell narrative very clearly understood to see the low being taken. This entry was good. It's a good entry, but the setup is not the best because it's not aligning with high time frame. But before I get to that, I understand now why we bearish. The issue is why you executed bullish. I'll tell you why. Accumulation, internal initiation, running the internal high. Do we run a significant high? No, we don't. And we know strong bearish aggression to the downside, meaning what? We follow in some form of bearish narrative. Plot on our A to B location tool. Where is price currently? Premium, relative premium to be precise. Relative premium sees initiation to the downside and a clear intention, mitigation, continuation. Very clear. And that is but that is really why I execute this buy side. No narrative currently really playing, or no direct narrative playing to the downside. New intention, run of low, new intention, entry. So even though it's a loss, even though it might have been a crappy setup, the entry or the entry setup was still fantastic, to be quite honest with you. Even in hindsight, knowing now my direction was shit, it's still a good entry. Accumulation, initiation with a clear break of structure, liquidity low, resting liquidity, whatever you want to call it, and that resting liquidity results in that internal high also being liquidated. Price pulls back, we've run the low, seen some sign of rejection, I enter, or 3 seconds before the candle close. Ideally right now I'm doing the 3-second thing. It works well. It helps with my mindset as well, because even if price is like here at the bottom, okay, if price is there at the bottom, maybe not, but on top it helps. It's like that, it helps. Okay, with the setup I was looking for this high here to liquidate in order to break even. Did not see that, did get a safe stop loss, I got stopped out, but followed what I thought was the narrative price, so very happy with that. What also is a confluence for me in the setup was this accumulation. It's kind of small. It's very small, not kind of small. It's absolutely tiny. But yeah, it's fine. Even in hindsight, I'm not mad about it, because this is the process of trading. You must be willing to accept the risk that you actually put on, and you execute in setups that you consider high probability. Investing in yourself, investing in a setup that could lead to success. I did note some stuff here, so break even understood on, oh no, but yeah, this is what I noted for Wednesday. Be understood on internal structure rather than high time frame due to overall sideways structure, and that is where and what we were in. We were in overall sideways structure, but bearish. The narrative was for lower prices, but overall we're sideways. Very choppy in the middle, absolutely atrocious. However, I'm at least able to be understood. Hey, I know where high probability is, so I should focus on those ones. What happens in price? Strong bearish initiation from the sell side. Easily this is the target. We see that target was liquidated. I'll get to that now. Bearish initiation to the downside, run of that liquidity target, pullback structure into where? 50%. What happens at 50%? The moment we've run or come above 50%, we see bearish reaction. A run of a low. That's what? A sideways range. Price comes back up. We've liquidated that high again. Strong bearish candle. Internal break. Internal change of character. Price pulls back into premium of a relative location, and we see strong sell side rejection. This thing, this, what do you call this? Whatever, this entry, whatever thingy, is a hindsight entry. Why? What type of interest? Well, FX. I think it is. I'm fairly certain. Also, YouTuber, very successful dude. Why do I say this would be a valid setup? Clear break of structure, price pulling back into premium, seeing that sell narrative come into play. And guess what? You're following high time frame narrative or prior evidence of that bearish narrative. It's my only issue for this setup. We don't see extension. Lack of extension after the low being run. To me, that makes it not as confidence. That was one thing. The second thing is I don't play order or fair value gaps. Accumulation ranges, yes. Fair value gaps, not so much. This was a reaction from a fair value gap. If price was higher, even tapping into this zone, I would have executed 110%. Do you know why? Because I've done the little arrow cheese to show you that was my process. I was thinking at the moment. So even though I had an overall buy narrative, I understood, hey, price is sideways, we're selling. I bring my attention to that narrative, and it would have been fantastic. But either way, done is done. It's understood. In this New York session, I was trading the New York session as well. Didn't execute. Why? Fairly happy I didn't execute, because I went in with the same narrative of, okay, I want to sell. Did it sell off? Not really. Oh shit. This is where the narrative shifted. I went in with a sell narrative. We got that sell narrative here, but I was looking for possibly this high to also liquidate and then see that continuation. A thing with me now as well, or the thing in general with a lot of traders, is they expect waiting for more. That's a big issue in traders. Why can't I waiting for more? That's a big issue for traders, because firstly, it's a clear sign that you lack confidence in your strategy. Easy. Clear sign you lack confidence in your strategy. Why? Because you don't trust yourself, or you don't trust your strategy, or you haven't. I was about to crash. It's a clear sign you haven't backtested it fully, or you're just blinded. You're too greedy on wanting to be a part of price and execute, and you just want the health rather than just executing your system flawlessly. Like, even though Tuesdays was a loss, even in hindsight, that was still me executing my system flawlessly, besides the setup. But still, that's still a valid entry. This one year would have also been valid, but it wasn't in my a proper range for me, so I didn't execute it. This one year, I'm okay with this also, because that is New York Open, on the Open. Don't trade the Open. Why? Price is a bit funky, freaky, funny. It's quite interesting on the Open. Sometimes your spikes up even though it immediately shoots straight down, so it liquidates you out. Price is strange like that. Like this candle here, for example, but this was due to news. It was orange folded today. And this two trades is like, I need to speak about it, because it is terrible, absolutely atrocious. So we know we sold off into this low, this was the liquidity target. Price mainly wanted to target. Then we see that bearish continuation to the downside after this low was liquidated. What we have on the left, we have a sideways range. Price takes the range, see bullish initiation, mitigation, continuation. Okay, cool. I know I am bullish, so I have a buy narrative based on high time frame. That is understood and it is clear. Right now in the session, I plot on my A to B. This high runs this high here. I refine my A to B. I refined my area where price is being contained. Here's the issue. Price does not see further continuation to the upside. We see a bearish narrative of change in character. However, buy side mitigation understood in the moment. Run of high. What happened after that high was liquidated? Immediately we move back. Why is that? Maybe price doesn't want to see highs and price wants to see lows. But even then, be understood in range structure. What happens if a high is being run? Price would target the low. First would be this low, then it would be that low. But what do you decide to do? You decide to buy high in price. You sell at the edges. You sell relative edge, buy relative edge. Buy high, sell low. Instead, you decided to place orders in the middle. That you shouldn't do it, but yet you still do it, and you do it twice. That sucks. But anyways, what was your playbook here? Accumulation, initiation, pullback mitigation, continuation to the upside. On the broker side, candle opens here. A run of candle open is what I regarded my POS as. Price pulls back. We don't see resting liquidity cause a further continuation price. Completely different as to Tuesday. That's number one. That's a big factor in that price, especially like when a lisp, especially when it sucks. That's all I'm trying to say. Entry number two has it, yes. Accumulation, high, further high, resting liquidity, run, enter. But it's also both for L. Tuesday's one and this one falls in the same boat. We have not been understood in what price really wants. This one here is just shit. Okay, cool. What is the lesson here? The lesson is you're not a shitty trader, you're a good trader. But you're chasing trades. Even if it don't seem that way, you chase trades. So the recording is now getting to 30 minutes. I'm probably going to stop it at 30 minutes and close it off there. It's just a voice chat. I guess I doubt anyone will view it, but perhaps I listen to it in the future when I sitting in a Lambo and just bored, I guess. Because hopefully I do post this on the YouTube. But main thing here, could have just sold. There is a very clean sell opportunity. Accumulation, initiation. We do have a run of a high, very tiny, but could have entered possibly on the strong bearish candle or evens the third candle, because that was also a idea I had. Not idea, but it's not an idea if it works, you know. And you know it works. Every third, like 3 bearish candles, for example, entry. safe stop loss still above the eye, because price still does pull back, and that would have been solid as well. But it's better for me to have close, because trading with emotion, you're gonna bomb your account. However, what happens overall? Price goes up. Haha. Not completely wrong, and that's the thing you must be grateful for. You're not completely wrong with price. You know where price is going. It's just you're not patient enough to actually wait for it. Even if you decided you're gonna trade today's New York session, this is also a bit questionable, but it's better not to trade it, because this news today, yeah, you are now my lead employee. I just want to show you the news before I end this recording. 3:15, 3:30. I mean 3:45 as well, yeah. Because we only trade 1 hour of New York. And this would have been fantastic. However, news. So I will end the recording there. As always, I give glory to God. Jesus Christ is Son of God, my Lord and my Savior. Thank you. Goodbye.